thought I'd make another video. So tomorrow I have the root canal that's being completed. I'm kind of nervous because I don't want them to do something that like 3 years from now, 4 years from now, all of a sudden something happens, breaks off, and then I need another root canal. So I'm hoping that it is going to be done very well and get this taken care of. They told me when I went to the general dentist, they said, which is another office, going to endodontist to do the root canal, which I'm very grateful for it be completed and for free. And then had to go to a general dentist to get cavities, basic cavities, and they're going to do a cavity. I'm going to ask them as well if I can get any probably whitening, teeth whitening, because my teeth are kind of got some stains in it. So because obviously I'm smoking cigarettes because I'm so stressed out, and hopefully it's not too expensive. I know I paid like 20 years ago. I paid I think it was like $150 to $200 for a professional whitening. They actually molded my teeth and all this kinds of fancy stuff, which wasn't too bad. But I'm gonna get that. They said that I only had 2 to 3 cavities that needed to be completed, which was weird because when I went to Dallas, he said I had 10 cavities. So I don't know, what story they're telling me, but the professional guy here, I think, had a better judgment and said that there's only 2 to 3 that need to get completed. So hopefully that is the truth, and in years to come I don't need more cavities filled in or root canals. But yeah, I thought I'd share that and get this completed. But it's at 1:45. It's about an hour bus trip, and I'm still looking for a job. They told me in 2 weeks they can make a decision, final decision of Planet Fitness to try to get a job there, and I really need the money and a job to work. So that's the plan right now. And as far as the weather here goes, I don't think it snows more than maybe a couple feet of snow at max. I think it's like a little over a foot of snow they get here, so it's not very much. But that's what I'm going to get completed, and hopefully enroll into this GED program before the end of the month. I can enroll into the GED program and start either doing online classes or go in person. But there's something else I wanted to talk about, that the electronic devices that are continually shooting me are still relevant. Every day I wake up, everywhere I go, someone is setting up this electronic device and then shooting me. Not only with the electronic device, but there's some type of electronic device that they're using that when somebody hits an item or drops an item or causes a commotion, I feel the vibrations of what that item is. Like, they did this to me when I was in a restaurant at a garden, at the Botanical Garden in Dallas, when I went to a restaurant. And when I went to a restaurant, these are total strangers I've never met. And there's some people sitting at one of the tables, and as soon as someone's walked in, and I've already been there for about 30 minutes, someone gets their spoon and hits it against a bowl, and I literally shake like this because it's an electrical shock or something that they're throwing into me to like beat me like some sort of personal slave or dog or horsewhip or something. I found that to be very racist and very prejudiced, that a total stranger that I don't know is taking it upon their hands to assault me with a weapon that I have no idea who's placing this weapon. But whoever's doing this is a team of people that know where I'm going, everywhere I go, and they place the electronic device in the environment that I'm in, and then begin shooting me. But it's several sophisticated electronic devices that they're shooting me with. One of the things that causes pain, feels like cigarette burns into my skin. Like I'll be walking, all of a sudden it feels like somebody's putting a hot needle into my fucking leg or arm or some shit. And I know this is not a medical problem. Somebody's doing this on purpose to me. But, one of the things that frightens me about these circumstances is I'm trying to get on this cholesterol medication and I'm having a lot of trouble getting all the paperwork I need to get on Medicare to finally get on this cholesterol medication to lower my cholesterol because I'm at a high risk for a heart attack and a stroke. And I don't want to be left disabled because a heart attack and stroke usually only means certain death and it means certain disability in most cases, where I can be paralyzed, I can be left mentally retarded and living in a nursing home for the rest of my life. And it seems to me that these electronic devices are so sophisticated that they don't have a purpose to it. They just have a purpose to punish me and train me to believe and do and think the way that these electronic devices beat me. One of the weird things that's been happening, hasn't happened in a while, is I've been having a lot of pain on the side of my ribs. And I don't know what organ is here. I know the heart is a little bit to the left. The lungs have, one lung has 2 chambers, the other lung has 3. The liver, I think, is on the right. I'm not even sure. But I feel pain, and it's very weird. And I highly doubt that it's something that I'm eating or drinking. It could be, because I try to eat very healthy. This is the first month that I'm eating, or first 2 months now that I've been eating meat, but I eat a lot of sandwiches just because it's basic food. And I feel like I have a lot of pain here, and it makes me nervous because I don't know if that could be damage. It could be my liver, but I need to go to the doctor so I can make an appointment, get more labs done, and get this on the cholesterol. I am 41 years old, but I'm not going to give up on trying to earn my GED. Still want to earn my GED and do the best I can. But it's very nerve-wracking when somebody can shoot an electronic device and point it at me and shoot the amount of wattage they can into my physical body, making me think or damage organs. And when I say this with very much confidence that even when I'm outside, when there's something that they don't like me doing, or something they want to punish me, or something that I said, or something that I'm going to do in a couple of days, or something that I drop an item and I'm picking it up off the floor, or someone is doing something to me, they shoot my physical body in ways that, like for an example, they'll shoot something in the back of my lower back, and I don't know what it is, but it does like damage to the spinal cord where I have trouble just bending over like that, like just bending over a little bit, where my back then begins to hurt. And I'm like, damn, I felt perfectly fine the last few days, and then it just mysteriously just goes away. And I know it's somebody using it. I don't know where they're placing or how they're doing this, but I thought I'd make a video on this. So, gonna get this hopefully done. This root canal, I don't know what to expect when I get there, other than everyone knows who I am. Those that want to take a shot at me can and will, and negative vibes and a lot of hatred, but I'm hoping the best. See, I just heard somebody just a second ago stomp the ceiling. And when they stomp the ceiling, they're turning down the wattage, the amount of wattage and how much. So if they do this and they turn it up, I'll feel it a whole bunch, but I'll be able to hear it. If they turn it down a bunch and they just do this, then I'll just hear, I just get a little bit of a jolt. And so these electronic devices continuously beat the shit out of me this way, non-stop. And it very much makes me feel like a personal slave to whoever it is wants to victimize me. It's very terrorizing because I know the police cars, they actually driving by the house. I see them drive by the house every once in a while. And the police station is not too far from here. It's like 3-4 blocks from here. It's about a 15-minute walk from here. It's a 15 to 20-minute walk, but I think it's important for me to talk about because everywhere I go, you have no idea. Everyone knows who I am. I have not seen one heterosexual female since I've been in this city. Not once. Not one heterosexual female. Not one single female. There you go. I just heard him shoot again. I just felt him shoot the electronic devices. I don't give permission for anyone to be recording me live or listening to my conversations. Obviously, I'm putting this on Facebook. I don't know who it reaches out to, who has access to it. But whoever's using an electronic device to record me, listen to me live, and then pass it to all their friends that want to goon on me and attack me in hate crimes, there's nothing that I can do about that. It is going to take a lot of money from someone that cares a lot about my life that thinks I deserve freedom, and to catch these criminals and who is actually responsible for doing this, if it's ever going to stop. I'm still, to this day, I'm very, very puzzled with how or why I saw Mikayla, Lisa, my sister, at the governor's office in Washington, D.C. when I walked in there, and Ted Cruz he's not the governor anymore, to my understanding, but they changed governors, I think, every 3 years, or 2 years, or every 4 years. Why my sister was at the front desk. She was there, and then I saw her working at Lawrence, Kansas. I have no earthly idea. I'm so puzzled to why or why that is. And, you know, I'm very nervous. Mikayla, I don't know if you can watch this video. I can never express the hate crimes of people that are telling me that they're coming after you. To never have met our biological father, whether I don't even know if he's still alive or not. I'm being told that he's not, that he died. I'm being told that he's worthless. I'm being told this and that about you, Mikayla. It's very terrifying, you know, because the predatory hatred that these people have toward you, just simply because you're connected to me, you're bound to have horrible things that are going to happen to you, very controlling, very manipulative. And even though you have zero contact with me since Lawrence, Kansas, or Washington, D.C., or when I saw you at the grocery store, it doesn't change the fact they are going to want to do a lot of bad to you. Whatever it is that they're going to team up on you, they're going to come after you. It's going to be your friends. It's going to be guys that are not good. It's going to be relatives. It's going to be anything that's going to be influencing you to either hate me, despise me, and throw my life in a garbage can to get just rid of me. But please be careful, Mikayla. I hate it and very dislike it when people are they're saying very deep, discussing personal things, and I know what they mean about you. And you know, it's very hard understanding that my whole life I always wanted a sister, and you know, I felt like God blessed me with a sister, and I didn't even know I had a sister that died many years ago. That's the same biological father as we shared, who died many years ago. And I believe that you should have every right to be able to connect, talk, and understand who my sister is. And but please be careful out there, because every personal information that's going on in your life and in your past relationships, problems, either drug use, that somehow is being scolded right back over to me to justify and reason and say awful things, very awful things. I don't know anything about this. This has been going on way before I even knew you were my sister. So, like I said, I hope that this video reaches out to you and wherever it needs to. And I still got these tattoos, obviously going to be there for the rest of my life, and it's very disfigured in his heart that this guy poisoned me. He put some kind of poison or tainted this ink inside my skin, and it looks like I have a disease. And he did that on purpose. So, to my understanding, unless there's some sort of magic trick, this is going to be there for the rest of my life, and this is some sort of rat poison or some shit that you put underneath the skin in order to taint it and disfigure me intentionally. Like I said, but you know, there'll always be part of my life, and I hope that we connect one day and get formally introduced. And I would love to hear the stories about our biological father, your mother, your brothers, and any other sisters you may have, any other brothers, any other relatives, what your life is like. Contact me as soon as you can. Life is passing by pretty fast, and it is very awful for me to just come around total strangers and people telling me they're coming after you and doing a lot of, it is very dark. When you talk about very dark and very cynical behavior, it's very evil. Very evil. The same way that you feel you have to wear a crucifix around your neck a few times, that is why. These people do not believe in any God, and they don't fear God. They feed on very, very dark, cynical behavior that they enjoy hatred and pain and suffering onto others. And it's not everybody. But when you put 1,000 people around me that know who I am, you're bound to find one murderer. You're bound to find someone that's willing to put cyanide, in my food, or, someone put, chlorine in a fucking drink, to cause organ damage. You're going to find at least one crazy lunatic. It just doesn't take very much. You hear this stuff on the TV and news all the time. These police officers are all in on it. They know exactly who's doing it, where it's happening, and they're not there to help me. They're not there to protect me. They're not there to listen to me. They know and they see me as nothing more than an enemy. They are not police officers. A police officer wants to see who's breaking the law and protect the freedom of people to live in peace. That's not what they're doing. So please be careful. They're beating the fuck out of me with these electronic devices. They're just having a toy with me. So I really get bothered when people start telling me and training me and start doing these sick behaviors around me that are very directed about your life. About they want to harm you, they want to get you to hate me, they want to sabotage me to get me to do things I don't want to do, get you to do things that you naturally wouldn't do, and to basically damage you and to, change your perspective to only have hatred toward me. So please be careful out there. The best thing that I can do is just be as kind as I can in every environment that I am and escape any danger that I'm in at all given times. I walk into a donut shop, they know my GPS location. Within 10 minutes, people start walking into the coffee shop. 5 or 6 people start showing up, and they'll start saying things while they're typing on their laptop on how they're going to do something to me, or they're going to do something to you, or they're going to try to harm anyone that is trying to help you, to connect, to find me, or anyone that's trying to track me down and help me from these predatory behaviors and what these people are doing. But I think it's important for me to talk about, because still to this day, there's people that are bringing up that murder attempt that was placed on me. And I know I told you about this. It's the first thing that I told you about. There was a murder attempt that was placed on me. And there's still people using that situation to their advantage. There's still people to this very day. I come across it maybe just now once a month or something like that. That someone will bring it up, and I know exactly what they mean. I've already had one police officer as well already make a physical gesture at me, knowing about the knife that was pulled up to my throat, and was laughing at it, knowing that they were going to come after me, and just goes like this and goes, and just walks away, like, he goes like that, like, cut your throat open, like, fuck your life. And this is a police officer that was right over across the street from the driver's license office when I went to go update my address. It's very terrifying, because these police officers, they're not looking to find who's breaking the law and keep the peace. They want to harm me. They want to find an opportunity to take any little freedom and any security feeling I can have just being a regular citizen and among people. I'll be waiting in line and somebody will think they're in a boxing match standing behind me like they're sparring or some shit. They'll get really close to me and try to touch me, you know, and I have to step away, and it's very constantly like that. They'll start coughing and they'll start electrocuting me, and I'm doing nothing but standing there waiting in line for like 2 to 3 hours at the food stamp office. But anyway, please be careful, Mikayla. I'm doing the best that I can, and I hope one day it's not too late. There's a lot of things that I desperately want to tell you in person that I can't tell you on camera, and I can't tell you, I can't speak it all over the crisis line. I can't talk about it, and the reason is because they're retaliating against me with this information, and they're just seeking to come after me, and they'll use it to their advantage. So please be careful out there. There is a tremendous people that are coming after me, telling me they're training you like a dog, just like they are me, and they're doing this and they're doing that. They sent this guy after you. They're going to tell you what this is or what color this is and how they're going to put you this and that. But I hope this kind of gives you some information about kind of what's going on, because I can go back all the way to when I was 23 years old, 22 years old, 25 years old, and I'm working at companies, and people are bringing me up about you, and there's some racist things that people said, and I have no idea that you're my sister. What these people are doing are completely turning the tables against me as much as they can, and they know they can get away with it because the police officers are in on it. The police officers are the ones that are ordering all these people to make them feel free that they can do harm as much as they want, and they're going to help cover that up. They're not there to help me. They're not there to protect me. They're not there to keep the peace. They're looking at an opportunity to harm, and they're wanting the people to do it for them. They're to use that law system against me. But I hope the best. Stay safe, to keep you updated with the root canal, and I'm hoping for January to get this GED, because when I get this GED, I have a whole nother world of education. I'm not going to be going after a bachelor's degree anymore. I'm too old, or a master's degree. I'm only going to probably be going right now at this point. Certainty is just like a 3-month career certificate, medical assistant, a janitor certificates, a CNA, a scuba diving instructor, something, that allows me to earn certificates to get a better job somewhere. Probably not cooking anything as a chef, nothing like that. Stay safe, because while I'm sleeping and while I wake up and when I'm laying in this bed searching up, videos on YouTube and playing games on my phone, they're shooting me with electronic devices, just observing every internet site, every click that I do, every typing note that I put on my notepad. They're being notified what notes and things I have to do for the day, for the next day. They know every detail. And someone is dispatching all this personal information to total random people who I've never met. They're very malicious. People charging me at the grocery store. If you were to watch when I walk into grocery stores and I walk into a large environment, how people are behaving around me, this is not a celebrity. This is not like I'm an interesting person. That's the guy that got raped. This is the gays and the transgender movement against him and doing very, very nasty shit to me. And, it's very nasty, whether it's charging at me immediately, and then they'll get one of their friends when I'm walking down the street of a mall, inside a mall, to then come around and do a certain expression or say something really out loud to let me know that they're in charge, they have the guns, they can do whatever they want. But I don't know I still don't know if it has any relations to the people that are setting up these electronic devices, but they're taking advantage of it. Please be careful. I pray to God that you're safe and you get to watch this video, and I can only imagine the attention that's going on in my life. It's probably impossible for you to have a pretty somewhat normal life in any job environment that you're in, without people wanting to make your days go by really bad, make your life feel miserable. They're not there for any good. They're doing this for their team, not to help you or me or any of your family. This is directly to deter you away from me. They're never going to stop searching for you. I hope I reach out to you one day, wherever you are.